Live from Hazard, Kentucky, this is Jammin John's Wrestling News. Here's your news for Saturday, January 26, 2019. Twitter account @WrestleVotes noted the following about a possible big surprise at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view tomorrow. WrestleVotes tweeted on Twitter, "A big surprise may be in the plans Sunday at the Rumble, one that's being kept from nearly everyone. However, I'm not going to leak it. 2 reasons. 1, if it happens, everyone should have a genuine reaction to the moment. And 2, WWE doesn't even know if it's going to work out yet. And this has nothing to do with Kenny Omega." Also, Dave Meltzer of F4WOnline.com noted the following about the chances of John Cena being an entrant in the Men's Royal Rumble match. Dave Meltzer said, "Cena? Yeah, let's put it this way. From what I'm told, the people who work in the company, the people who work in creative, were always under the impression that Cena is not working the Rumble, and they would be very surprised if he is because there is no reason to lie about that one." Thanks to RingsideNews.com for the quote. Also, Dave Meltzer of F4WOnline.com is in some hot water right now because he broke this apparent story about Ronda Rousey leaving the WWE at WrestleMania. Dave said the following about this whole controversy. "She is working full-time through WrestleMania, and maybe, WrestleMania was the date on the books that she was finishing last week. Wrestling and I know wrestling that if it gets really big that she's leaving after WrestleMania, she'll want to surprise people. Vince will want to surprise people. They may make it go for a month." Dave Meltzer continued on by saying, "If she was a dude, she would be working the Saudi show in May, and if there's any chance women can work that show, I'm sure they'll put her on the first one, which who the hell knows what's going on there. The point is she may work another month or two. It's like I wrote, there's no hard date." Thanks to RingsideNews.com for the quotes. Mike Johnson of PWInsiderElite.com noted the following about more possible names that could be in the Men's Royal Rumble match tomorrow. Mike Johnson said, "So, spoiler warning obviously, it appears Hornswoggle will be there this Sunday. I don't know that he's coming back to the company. I would assume it's just some sort of surprise, but I was told that there were plans for a Hornswoggle cameo at the Royal Rumble. Eric Rowan is in Phoenix. No one that I have spoken to has seen Luke Harper, so you got one half of the Bludgeon Brothers there. Ty Dillinger is also there. First time he's been on the road for WWE in quite some time, and he is scheduled to be there at the Rumble, and I am told that the TVs, so he may return in some way, shape, or form this coming week." Mike Johnson also said, "The Big Show will be there. He hasn't been on TV of late since being connected to Cesaro and Sheamus on TV. The Big Show will be in Phoenix all weekend. He has been spotted in Phoenix." Thanks to WrestlingNews.co for the quotes. The Rock posted the following on his Instagram page. The Rock posted a photo of himself along with his cousin Roman Reigns and wrote underneath that photo, "The Brothers Roar, a Little Hobbs and Shaw exclusive. Good times dropping sweat and spilling blood with my family, Roman Reigns, who will be playing my brother in our Fast and Furious universe. I'm very proud of his focus, effort, and authentic performance in our movie for his very first time on film. I'm also very grateful to spend this quality time with my cousin here in the islands as he takes life one day at a time to recover from leukemia. His perseverance and humility battling this challenge has inspired our entire family as well as millions around the world in our beloved WWE universe. I can't wait to see the big dog return back to the ring. His positive and focused mindset to return is straight up the next level. Till then, this sacred Samoan ground you stand on is nourished with our ancestors' blood. Today, we nourish it with yours. Hashtag welcome Roman Reigns. Hashtag brothers. Hashtag Hobbs and Shaw. This summer." And I think it's so awesome that Roman Reigns is going to be in the Fast and Furious universe, recovering from this leukemia, taking it one day at a time. I think this is so awesome, and I really cannot wait to see his part with The Rock in this new Fast and Furious movie. And also, speaking about Roman Reigns, Mike Johnson of PWInsiderElite.com commented on speculation that Roman Reigns will be a surprise entrant in the Men's Royal Rumble match tomorrow. Here's what Johnson said, courtesy of WrestlingNews.co. "A couple of names that we have talked about, primarily Roman Reigns. I'm told Roman Reigns will not be there this weekend. He was never involved with any creative plans. We are told he's actually in Hawaii, so he's not going to be physically at the Royal Rumble. All signs are Roman Reigns will not be at the Royal Rumble this weekend in any way, shape, or form. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns commented on Instagram about his new movie role and the support from fans. Roman Reigns said, "Family healing. I cannot thank my family, friends, and my new Fast and Furious family enough for all the love and support I have received while on this exciting Hobbs and Shaw project. The time I've spent with my cousin on this wonderful island has truly been a healing grace. I am grateful to the WWE, The Rock, and Universal Pictures, and everyone on the set of Hobbs and Shaw for allowing me to be a part of this franchise. All of your outreach and support has been a blessing, and it's only pushed me to get back in the ring as soon as possible. But until then, I'm excited for this movie to premiere this summer. Our culture and mana in this film is strong." I love hearing that, and I cannot wait, like I said, to see him in this new Fast and Furious film. He looks incredible in it. So that's all the wrestling news that I have for today, but that doesn't mean that this special Saturday edition of Jammin' John's Wrestling News is over. I'm about to do my predictions for tonight's NXT TakeOver Phoenix show. That's going to be over at the Talkin' Stick Resort Arena, the home of the Phoenix Suns. Man, oh man, it's going to be an awesome show. If you love NXT or if you just love pro wrestling in general, this is going to be great. Alright, so looking at this card, we got 5 matches. Here are my predictions. Our first match will be Matt Riddle taking on Cassius Ohno. I got Matt Riddle winning that one. Our next match will be the North American Champion Ricochet taking on Johnny Gargano for the NXT North American Championship. Honestly, I think this one can go either way. You know, Johnny Gargano definitely deserves a championship, and he could very well win the North American Championship tonight. However, Ricochet could still retain. In my opinion, I don't think it's time for Johnny to win it just yet. I think at the next TakeOver, right around WrestleMania time, I think that's when you'll see him win the North American title. So I got Ricochet retaining. It's going to be a hell of a match though. Man oh man, it's going to be close. But I still got Ricochet retaining the title. Our next match will be for the NXT Tag Team Championships. The NXT Tag Team Champions, the Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, taking on the War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe. I've got the Undisputed Era retaining the tag team titles. There's a lot of people that thinks the War Raiders are going to win this, and they could potentially do that. This is another one of those toss-ups. But in my opinion, I think the Undisputed Era will retain because they're the hottest tag team in NXT, and that momentum I don't think is going to slow down anytime soon. Our next match will be the NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler taking on Bianca Belair. I've got Shayna Baszler retaining the NXT Women's title. And in our main event of NXT TakeOver Phoenix, you got the NXT Champion Tommaso Ciampa, the Blackheart, taking on Aleister Black. Man oh man, I've been waiting a long time for these two to wrestle one another, and man, we are finally going to see this match. This one, just like the Gargano and Ricochet match, is going to be another hell of a match. At the end of the day, I believe that Ciampa's reign is going to end and that Aleister Black will win the NXT Championship back. Oh man, I think that match will probably go about 23 or 24 minutes, and it's going to be great back and forth wrestling as always. And I really can't wait to see Tommaso rip the ring and get that lumber exposed. Oh man, that's going to be good. And don't forget, tomorrow we got the Royal Rumble, our first of Big Four pay-per-views for this year. It's going to be over at Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona, the home of the Arizona Diamondbacks. The first Royal Rumble from a baseball stadium. What about that? That's something that I never thought would happen. They done WrestleMania at a baseball field, but never a Royal Rumble. Here's my predictions for Royal Rumble 2019. Going to the pre-show matches, our first of 2 pre-show matches, I'm assuming, will be the Cruiserweight Champion Buddy Murphy taking on Akira Tozawa, Hideo Itami, and Kalisto in a Fatal 4-Way match for the Cruiserweight title. I actually have Kalisto winning that one. You know, a little promotion for Lucha House Party. I think he'll end up winning that. And our second and final pre-show match, which really surprises me, the United States Champion Rusev taking on last year's Royal Rumble winner Shinsuke Nakamura for the US title. Yes, this is on the pre-show. I don't understand why. I've got Rusev retaining the United States Championship in this match. I really don't think Nakamura is going to win it back. I think maybe the WWE has got something bigger in store for him, or he might potentially go back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's been a rumor for a long time. Who really knows though? What I'm assuming will probably be the first match in the main card will be the SmackDown Tag Team Champions The Bar taking on The Miz and Shane McMahon for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I think that The Miz and Shane McMahon will win the SmackDown Tag Team titles. I know there's a lot of people that probably won't like that, but screw it. I love this whole Miz and Shane McMahon storyline, and I really want to see them as the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, so I think they will win the titles. Our next match will be the Raw Women's Champion Rowdy Ronda Rousey taking on the Boss Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. Believe it or not, call me crazy, call me idiotic, I don't care what you call me, but I believe that Sasha Banks will win the Raw Women's Championship. I read a report a couple of weeks ago that apparently Sasha Banks is going to get a major push for 2019, so I do believe that that push is going to start at the Royal Rumble, and I do believe she'll win the Raw Women's Championship to build up how, she comes back from this injury in 2018 that was so horrible. Put the title on her as like an inspirational thing and to start this major push for her this year. So if the rumor is true, I've got Sasha Banks winning the Raw Women's Championship. Our next match will be the SmackDown Women's Champion Asuka taking on Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I think this will be a hell of a match. Becky Lynch is the most over wrestler in all of WWE. Asuka is one of the most amazing female wrestlers in WWE. I think that Becky Lynch wins the SmackDown Women's Championship and goes into WrestleMania as the champion and competes against Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. This is another reason why I think Sasha is going to win the Raw Women's title, because I think that after Ronda Rousey loses tomorrow, that she will go over to SmackDown after the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and then she'll start feuding with Charlotte and Becky, getting ready for the WrestleMania main event. That's just my speculation and opinion though. So I think Becky Lynch will win SmackDown Women's Championship. Our next match will be Brock Lesnar, the Universal Champion, taking on Finn Balor for the Universal Championship. As much as I want Finn Balor to win this match, and believe me, I really do, just like everyone else, I gotta say Brock Lesnar. I think Brock Lesnar will headline one more WrestleMania, and that is this year's WrestleMania. It's been a report going on for a very, very long time, so I think Brock Lesnar retains the Universal Championship over Finn Balor. As much as it pains me to say that, I think Brock Lesnar walks out of Phoenix still the champion. Now our next match after that will be the WWE Championship match between the WWE Champion Daniel Bryan and the phenomenal one AJ Styles. Oh man, this is going to be another great match. This whole storyline between AJ and Daniel has just been great. Daniel Bryan, this heel character that he's doing, has just been so awesome to see, including calling out Chase Field for the Royal Rumble burger. I just love it. I think Daniel Bryan's going to retain the WWE Championship. This match could go either way, but I just think Daniel Bryan retains it because, this heel character is so over and so red hot. There's no way they're going to stop the momentum at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. I think he goes into WrestleMania as the WWE Champion to face AJ Styles again. Man, that's going to be good. AJ could win it at the Royal Rumble because where he's being more aggressive, and Vince wants to see more of that animal side of AJ, damn it. It's highly possible he could be champion. Who really knows? But I've got Daniel Bryan retaining the WWE Championship. Our next match will be the 2019 Men's Royal Rumble match. It's a 30-man Royal Rumble match for a World Championship match at WrestleMania 35. A lot of speculation about this, a lot of rumors going on about this. Everyone is highly anticipated for the Men's Royal Rumble match. Who is going to win and go to WrestleMania? I kind of sound like Jim Ross. I'm so hyped up. A lot of people's been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks, ever since he lost the IWGP title, that Kenny Omega was going to go to WWE and appear at the Royal Rumble. I don't personally think that's going to happen. I'd love to see that happen, but I don't think it's going to happen because apparently he's still under contract with NJPW until January 31st. So I don't think it's a possibility. The special surprise entrant, who really knows who it could be? I think it could be Kushida. It's highly possible that it could be Kushida because they've been saying for so long that Kushida's going to go to WWE. I mean, he's already left New Japan. So it's highly possible that it could be Kushida, which would be a really big deal if Kushida was in it. It could be Abyss. It could be Sanjay Dutt. I don't really know who it's going to be, but I'm really excited about that. Whoever this surprise entrant is going to be. And if I had to say a winner for the Men's Royal Rumble match, I would have to say Drew McIntyre. There's a lot of people that says Seth Rollins, and that's very possible too. But Drew McIntyre, this is supposed to be his year. He's supposed to have, just like Sasha Banks, a major push for this entire year. So I've got Drew McIntyre winning the Men's Royal Rumble match. And for what I think will be the main event, the 2019 Women's Royal Rumble match, a 30-woman Royal Rumble match for a Women's Championship match at WrestleMania, I've got Charlotte Flair winning that to set up the Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair triple threat match at WrestleMania 35. Man, oh man, I really cannot wait to see the women main event WrestleMania. That's a long time coming, and I really can't wait to see that. So those are my predictions for Royal Rumble 2019 and NXT TakeOver Phoenix for later on tonight. Be sure to check back here later on tonight for the results of NXT TakeOver Phoenix. I will have those results up, though I must say that they will not be up instantly because I got to go work tonight at the radio station. But as soon as I come back, I will record the results, get them on here, so stay tuned. Those will be up later on tonight. Check back on your Amazon Alexa device, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, and iTunes for the NXT TakeOver Phoenix results and also for the Royal Rumble results on Sunday. Follow me on Twitter at John Caldwell, JONCOLWELL. Follow me on Instagram, the Jammin John. If you'd like to sponsor Jammin John's wrestling news or your wrestling promotion, wanting to get your next big event out, you can email me, jzcaldwell@gmail.com. That's JZCOLWELL@gmail.com. Big shout out to Ryan Hurdle and Tony Nelson for subscribing to my Patreon. You too can subscribe to me by going to patreon.com/JamminJohn. I have free packages on there ranging from free to $7. Not a whole lot of money. I would really appreciate it if you supported me a little bit financially. Once again, that's patreon.com/JamminJohn. This is Jammin John saying thanks, goodbye, and I'll see you a little bit later on tonight.